I'm releasing this film at the worst moment in cinematic history. So I know that. And it's a very strange irony. And I would just say that if I can bear it, then you can.
Mr. Stone, your hearing is deteriorating rapidly.
And the hearing that you have lost is not coming back.
I can't fucking hear you. Do you understand me? I can't. I'm fucking deaf. I'm fucking deaf.
So this film is about becoming deaf. And you have actually used a lot of deaf actors.
I think that, the idea of authenticity on the screen in and out of the deaf community is kind of everything for me. The sense of actually feeling something real that you're experiencing. The interesting thing with the deaf community is when you get involved with the deaf community, and it's something hearing people don't really understand for the most part, is that it's a culture. It is not a happenstance. It is not just about the ears. It's a culture. So yeah, everybody on the screen is from deaf culture completely. And I would just say, except for Riz, but Riz, I say that because people ask me all the time, why didn't you cast, and some people have a hard time with that why didn't I cast a deaf person in the role of Ruben? And, Ruben isn't from deaf culture. He's late deafened, and to invert that truth and have, would be actually to give up that creative endeavor of bringing someone into a place that they were unfamiliar, which was actually creatively really engaging to me, because that's what we do as an audience. We go into an unfamiliar place.
Can you talk about finding him for the part? Why him?
Well, I cast this movie for maybe 4 or 5 years. And I spoke to a lot of actors, and I had various actors signed up, and the film got set up and then it fell apart, and this happened many times. But part of the reason that happened was because I was trying to scare the living shit out of every actor that I met, because I knew that this role required a level of commitment and a level of courage and open-heartedness, the willingness to be seen rather than to hide. And I wanted to find someone who didn't know how to drum, because I wanted them to learn. I didn't want to find an actor that already knew how to drum. I wanted someone who didn't, because I wanted them to earn that, because I knew that it would be so much more alive if they could earn it, because there would be one chance at it, and you'd have to get there. And everything in this movie is shot chronologically, so when it ends, it's over. So I was looking for an actor that was willing to learn American Sign Language, not just the lines, but actually become partially fluent in the language to the degree that Ruben would be after 4 to 6 months.
Slow down.
Go back there right now. Promise, say it.
I need you to wait for me. Okay? You're it for me, Lou. You're my fucking heart. You're it for me.
You don't talk about sound design a lot when you see films, but this film has a sound design that's really meant to tell me something about Ruben's journey.
It's a very deep dive of sound, but it's a deep dive in a way that's different, obviously, than an action film. And I think that, I get tired of the way that we think about sound is often the way we think about editing. Like the best editing are the films with the most cuts, or the best sound are the films with the most sound. And that's not, it's not the way it works. It's a palette, and these are paints to use in a painting. And it's just like the best paintings aren't the ones with the most color. It just ends up being brown, So this mix was very complicated because it was a language that hadn't been done, that had never been done. So it was, but I say complicated, but what a joy. I mean, what a joy to go about this new language that I hadn't seen. I mean, I always preface that because maybe someone's out there going, what the fuck, but no, I haven't heard it. So, and nobody I talked to had heard it. So we had to create it.
That place. What
never abandon